We said we'd be back, and we did come back.
Well, I said we'd be back, and you were like,
What? Don't make me do this.
And I was like, no, it's got to be fun. And then plenty of time passed, and I was like, why did I say that? But we're back, baby.
We're back. So to the 4 people who are actually interested in this, we did it. We made it. So it's the second part of the Q&A. We're going to try and get as many as we can done from this list. We know where we're at from last time, so we're just going to jump in from there. I'm working up the list and Mason is working down. If we don't hit your question, it's your fault.
Absolutely, yep.
I'm talking to you, Mason.
What?
It's your fault.
It's not. Is it not the fault of the people who donated?
Yeah, you're right.
Because too many people donated, I think, is the key here.
That is true. Well, speaking of, it's capped at about $47,000. So if you've heard this, if you are hearing this, you probably you would have donated.
So thank you very much.
And it's done. So there's no more people.
Look, some people on this page have donated. Anonymous gave $109.75.
Wow.
Didn't ask a question. James Dagger gave $55. Didn't ask a question. Good for you. But Seth Woodhouse asks the question. James, why did you decide to start doing videos on YouTube, and how rough were your first ones?
Terrible. They were horrible. They were initially in black and white because I was doing it as like a news. There was a movie news thing. So I'm like, newspapers are black and white. That's a terrible idea.
Did you adopt a faux 1920s
I didn't.
announcer voice?
But I should have. But I did record them on my iPhone 3.
Yep.
The audio, and did them as voice memos and took them off. And yeah, they're not good. And they're gone. They're deleted forever. As in, they've gone off of YouTube. The channel.
Oh, because the channel was deleted.
Yeah, so
and where even is that iPhone 3?
Who would even know?
Yeah.
But I used to delete the voice memos as I went as well. So it's all gone forever.
That is, you're a rogue. I could never do that. Anything I created, I'm in the rare occasion I'll record anything or whatever. I'll back it up and I put it on a USB. Then I back that up and I burn to it to CD. You're just like, well, I finished with that. Gone.
I don't know. I delete a lot of the source files from the old episodes when they're done.
Yeah, right.
So I keep the new edit, like when it's all put together and sound mixed as well as I can do it, which isn't very well. And then the source files are gone because they just take up too much space. And I'm not the kind of guy who's like, I'll get a data tower and I'll put everything on there because I'm never going to look at it again.
Yeah, right.
I'm never going to go back and go, oh man, I want to hear what happened when I edited out that cough in the middle.
That's true.
In the middle of that conversation we were having. It's I just don't need it.
You sure you don't want some sort of cough compilation? Because I've done
cough-pilation.
A cough-pilation because I've done some perlers. Let me
Yes,
tell you.
yeah,
I've
you certainly
ruined
have.
many takes.
I got one from Ben Linder and says, what's your favorite cereal mascot? Not the cereal itself, but just the mascot. Do we really do that here? The Cocoa
Tony
Pop
the
Kids?
Tiger.
Nah, not a fan.
Wow.
It's not a good cereal either. I know that's not what it's about. Who are those Snap, Crackle, and Pop, I guess, are probably the ones that I know the best.
Yeah, okay.
But
you're right, there are fewer mascots here.
Yeah.
Because there's just fewer insane cereal choices.
We don't
here.
do Lucky Charms.
That's
we don't
true,
have those with marshmallow in them and
that's weird.
whatever. Well, most countries in Europe, they don't do cereal.
Yeah.
It's not really a thing. It's more of an American.
And we've
Australian,
reached the period in our lives where the kind of cereals we eat do not have
Yeah.
mascots.
No.
All brand doesn't have a mascot.
It certainly doesn't. But I don't even eat cereal anymore, Mason. I've thrown it all away.
Protein bars don't have mascots. They should.
They should. Just muscular man?
No, I was going to say an exhausted dad. And he's eating it over the sink. You look at the protein bar and there's a picture of an exhausted dad eating that protein bar over the sink.
I think you should be eating like a brown banana.
Yeah. Because the kids had some of the banana and you've got the remainder of the banana.
Yep. What else we got?
Rick Sinkovic wants to know, can you guys do a caravan of garbage in the Generation X TV movie?
Yeah, I would love
to. I saw that at the time. I remember loving it. Matt Frewer is the bad guy, I think, who's Max Headroom.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And good. Also, they're in civvies, the whole TV movie, and at the end they're like, and Banshee is like the leader of the team, and he's like, and kids, check out your new uniforms, and then they're there and they're wearing their rubber.
Banshee's the leader.
Yeah, he's the leader of Generation X. Yeah.
So they didn't get any of the good ones. If Banshee's the leader.
Well, I mean, Banshee. There was never really any good ones in Generation X.
Oh, yeah, fair point.
I mean, there were plenty of good ones, but they weren't like, well, Cyclops is the leader or whatever. They're just like, yeah, make Banshee the leader.
Make Banshee the leader.
Yeah, we'll totally do that.
Yeah. I guess when the next X-Men movie comes out, they keep pushing it back though. This is from Molly. You guys are great. Been a fan for a while now. Look forward to every week. Keep up the good work. Not a question, Molly, but thank you regardless. Tom Maso says...
Ooh, Thomas Tomaso.
What's the biggest animal you could fight barehanded? I mean, lose.
Yeah, right.
It depends if we have to win the fight.
It's a good question, but
presumably we'd have to win.
Yeah, I mean, and also, I guess my initial inclination would be to go for an animal that isn't aggressive at all. So like a sloth or something or a cow. But I think when you razz them,
Yeah, you razz a
they
cow.
they
it
they,
could hurt, yeah.
they get going. Like
Yeah. My brother got beat up by a sheep once. Just a plain old sheep.
Oh, yeah.
I told you that story?
Are you sure it wasn't a man in a furry jacket? Like a fleecy
Yeah,
jacket?
but standing in a field.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. What's the biggest... I reckon on a good day I could probably better a kangaroo.
No, you could not. Man. See, that's the thing. You want to it's not even the size, it's how prone they are to a frenzy.
Yeah, and
I don't want to fight a cat because
Yeah.
a cat will freak out and slash my face.
And
to
there's
ribbons.
no rules or... You don't know what they're going to do.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, yeah. So
Yeah.
I don't know, probably not. Maybe because even like a dog, like I've seen dogs that I definitely couldn't
Right.
beat up.
Also, the fact that I think the bigger realization about this is that we didn't go, oh, so I wouldn't fight an animal because they're so precious and whatever. We're like, maybe if a tiger was drugged, I could probably fight it.
Yeah,
You
you
know?
can do that in Thailand. You
Yeah.
could go get a photo
Yeah.
with a tiger,
I'm
or
gonna
shoot
say
it with a rocket launcher.
Yeah, exactly. I'm going to say almost nothing is the answer.
I'm
Because
sure
even sloths have like big claws.
You could beat a sloth.
I could beat a sloth. You're
Yeah.
right. Yeah. Snap it, snap.
I could. Both of us could beat a sloth together.
Yeah, that's true. Okay.
What do you got?
Let's see. Oh.
Come on, Mason. I don't want to edit
All right,
these.
Spencer wants to know, hey, do you think the MCU could make an R-rated film, and which character would you pick to be in it?
Deadpool will be the next one if they do one.
Oh,
Probably, yeah.
I'm saying, I think we're ruling Deadpool out. It has to be maybe a...
That's not what he said.
Oh, that's true. All right, you're absolutely right, yeah.
Okay, well, what do you think then? Blade? Do you think if they did Blade again?
Blade, maybe like an R-rated Nick Fury movie. I'd probably
yeah.
see that.
Yeah.
Um,
Do you think they'd go with a character that more lends himself to that though?
Yeah, you're probably right.
So I think Blade you kind of have to do
That's true. Something
R-rated,
horrifying,
like something
yeah.
like that, or it's like the way Logan kind of had to be
Yeah.
the way it was. But I don't know because they haven't really. There's no real indication of what they're going to do with that. If they're going to actually go R-rated, or if they
Yeah.
do, maybe they'll put them on the streaming service or
I think, yeah, probably.
whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just don't know, mate.
We
It's
just
a
don't
mystery.
know.
For him says unlikely, but what if in Avengers 4 ended with the 6 original Avengers each holding an Infinity Stone to save the universe, Guardians of the Galaxy style, killing them all in the process? Thoughts? Ooh,
Could certainly happen,
could
yeah.
certainly happen. Yeah, because in the comics they split them up with the key Avengers, don't they?
That's true, yeah.
I don't know because I think there's some people in there that are going to like Scarlet Witch is going on.
Yeah.
Look, it thinks she's going to get a solo movie unless it's a prequel, and Hawkeye's going on to get a solo movie again unless it's not movie. I'm talking about TV shows.
Yeah, right.
But unless it's a prequel, I think some of them will die, but I don't think.
I don't think they'll go in that way. And also, they have to have a sufficient power level that their death will also destroy the Infinity Stones. Because if they die and then the Infinity Stone just falls to Earth.
Yeah, well, that's true. Yeah. What's next, Mason?
Jaron Heron, rather. Question, what is your favourite David Fincher movie? Fight Club, Gone Girl, Seven, Zodiac, etc.
I don't really like Zodiac
I like Zodiac a lot.
because the way it ends, they just went. We think it was this guy,
Yeah, it
but
could
he
have been
died.
anyone. I really like that movie because I like the performances and also because the tension never really breaks.
Yeah.
There's no action sequence. There's a sequence in it where Gyllenhaal's character goes to a place where it might be the Zodiac
Is
killer's
that the one
house.
that he's got the sign writing guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He goes down into his basement.
Yeah.
And it's like, but there's no point where like, now he's got to run kind of
Yeah.
thing. Like it never, the tension builds and then it never
Yeah.
unbuilds. So I thought that's
Yeah.
pretty good.
I mean, it's based on a real thing, so what am I bloody complaining about?
Yeah,
So
right.
they don't really know who it was, I think. But I really like The Social Network. I think
It's
it's
a
a
good
great
one, yeah.
movie, yeah. Also, I love Alien 3. I'm a big defender of that
You
shithouse movie.
Wow.
Uh,
I like Fight Club too, but I don't know how well it's dated.
Yeah, you like Fight Club 2, the comic.
Yes.
Have you read that
No,
comic?
I've never read it, no.
It's
No.
not great.
Okay then.
Anonymous says, hey guys, I have a double question. James, as a father, how do you feel now that people know more about your family and your life? In summary, I don't like it. Because I know one day someone will probably show up at my door or something. If you are one of those people, don't do that. Because
Should
I know,
I, though?
I know you like people on YouTube, and I've had people just show up when they're doing, and be like, "Oh, I'm a big fan." Don't do that. It's weird.
Uh-huh.
And Mesa, this is to you. As a non-father, how are you and Sunday Junior getting along? Huh.
Pretty good.
Yeah, you guys do get along really
Do get
well.
along,
Yeah,
yeah.
he
But I
likes
mean,
you a lot.
I relate to children mostly like I relate to adults.
Yeah.
Like, hey, how's it going?
But I think that's good. I don't know. I think He doesn't like people who are like, hey, buddy.
Yeah,
what are
right.
you-" He's like, ugh.
Right,
Like, he
right,
hates that. So if you kind of play it cool,
Yeah, sometimes he'll like show me his horse.
Yeah.
So it's got a little orange horse. It's like, I got this horse, and I'm like, yep,
Pretty
sure
good.
do, good work.
Yeah.
But also, I think because because I don't enforce any rules.
Yeah.
I think he's like, I can tell he's like trying, like, because he was throwing that horse about. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's
and
showing
I'm not
off,
like,
yeah.
stop throwing the horse. I'm just like, good throw. So I think.
Yeah, he likes being. Yeah, you
Yeah.
encourage him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maxwell Johnston wants to know: was there ever a time that a movie was so bad that you walked out of the theater before it was over?
Never happened.
I've also
Yeah.
never walked out of a movie because I'm like, either this is going to improve somewhat, or at least I'll be able to mock it later. Like
Yeah.
I even if the movie's bad, I can derive some entertainment value out of.
Yeah.
And I've never.
I wanted to walk out of Pan.
Mm.
That's
Yeah.
the first one that sprung
I've
to
turned
mind.
off. It took,
I'll turn something off.
yeah, it took many years before I could turn off a DVD.
Yeah.
For whatever, or like on a, watching something on TV, I'm like, I've got to see this till the end.
Yeah.
But then I'm like, I'm never going to have a conversation with anybody about the ending of this.
Except for
movie.
me on the show.
Yeah,
probably.
exactly. So why would I?
Yeah.
There was a movie. It had John Heder from. What's that
Napoleon
movie?
Dynamite?
Yeah, Napoleon Dynamite.
Yeah.
He's in that, and it's some sort of road trip movie. And I'm like, why am I watching this? I'll never have a conversation about this with anyone. So why am I?
No.
It was very freeing.
Yeah. I do that with TV shows. I'll just shut a show off in the middle and just never go back, even if it's good. Aaron says, hey guys, great cause and happy to support. Who would you cast as the Fantastic Four in the MCU once the rights get changed back? A lot of people have said this, but I think John Krasinski, Emily Blunt for the two leads, I think are perfect casting. And Ben Grimm, just bring back Ben Grimm from Fan Four Stick.
Really?
The Billy Elliot kid.
The
Nah.
skinny one.
No,
It's kind of hard because I feel like Chickless was a good.
he was a good one.
Ben Grimm,
But
it
he's probably
was-
too old now. You
Yeah.
have to go younger Ben
Yeah,
Grimm.
you're right.
Yeah. Who's rugged and rock-like?
And young?
Yeah.
Seth Rogen.
Done.
Yep.
What about bloody
Human Torch?
Johnny Storm? Miles Teller? Bring him back?
Yeah,
Do a
bring back
different role.
Marcel. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Different role.
Cycle in and out all the existing Fantastic Four actors.
Ben just says, I come to the UK one day. Yeah, we will. Hopefully. We're actually talking about it just before we recorded
Yeah,
this.
that's true. Yeah.
Because do go on to there at the moment. And Claire's like, we should go. It'd be fun. And I'm like, I hate that flight. It goes forever.
That's forever.
Yeah.
Josh Johnson wants to know, do you guys collect physical comics? And if so, what's your most valuable or cherished comic? Not really.
No.
I mean, I it's one of those things where I just, if I see it like a trade paperback
Yeah.
in the bookshop or whatever, and I'm like, I haven't read that, I'll just get it. And then it goes on the shelf and
Yeah.
loan it out. Who's got it
Yeah,
now?
I got
don't
a
know.
couple here, which were in that video that we did for the room tour.
Yeah.
I don't, as I said then, I lend them all out. But I do have some here, Mason, and don't give away what it is because I've got a big old bloody project coming up. Don't say what it is though. I bought these mint condition originals.
Oh my god!
And
Lee
they're-
Fawkes, the Phantom.
That's right.
Wow.
And it cost way too much money. So there's this particular project I'm working on, and I'm buying a whole lot of stuff and source material and everything that kind of goes around it for the video. It's costing me a lot of money.
Yeah, right.
But
But it's your magnum opus.
yeah, it might. Yeah, well, look, I'm putting money into it. Put it that way. I'm getting some animations done, so they're my prized possessions. I
Yeah,
guess.
right,
There's new things that I bought. Breeze says, "Wish I could donate more. This seems like a great organization and it has to support my favorite podcasters. God bless and the work you do. Thank you very much."
Not a question, but we'll take it.
Yes.
Let's see. Dave White wants to know, what TV shows have you always meant to watch but never got around to? I should be watching Better Call Saul.
That's great.
I watched maybe I like the first half of the first season.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is really good, and everybody keeps saying, and I love Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
And there's a movie coming out shortly
Yeah.
soon with Jesse Pinkman.
Yeah.
I guess, and so I should get to that, but I just haven't.
Just haven't. He hasn't.
I haven't
He's
done it.
wanted to, but he
haven't
hasn't.
done it.
I've never watched The Wire.
That's a good show.
Yeah, I know.
Oh yeah.
Everyone said I've actually seen the first episode, and I was like,
Yeah.
but I know it's amazing.
Well, I mean, you don't have to love it though. That's the thing. Like they say,
Then I
especially
don't.
if the Y, they say give it 4 episodes, even 4 episodes every season. So even if you love season 1, watch 4 episodes of season 2 and see if you still like it.
Okay, fair enough.
Because it changes up a little.
Yeah. Ian says, missed out on why Mesa doesn't like James's brother. And he says, can you release the previous Q&A videos. We have. They're links below.
Yeah, there
Check
you
them
go.
out. So all those answers are there.
That's right.
Where is Batman? Sorry, I've just jumped ahead of you, Mason.
No, go ahead.
Renyard says, where is Batman Returns on the Atari Lynx Caravan of Garbage? I've had a bit of trouble getting the Atari Lynx working as an emulator.
Right,
I've looked
okay.
into it, but that's the only one I really want to play.
Right. Well, we could get some sort of over-the-shoulder camera rig,
It's never good,
and we
though.
could just play it handheld.
It's never good.
No,
It's
absolutely
horrible.
not.
It's always
No,
dog
the worst.
shit.
Yeah. Mhm.
That's, and it's got a color screen, but it's like the first color screen.
Exactly. So if
Yeah.
you tilt it at any particular angle that
Yeah.
isn't straight ahead, it's invisible.
Yeah, so
do
and
you still have your physical Atari
I
Lynx?
do, actually, yeah.
You have the
I've got
second
two.
generation.
I got both.
Oh, you got
Yeah.
both. You have the one that
Neither
looks like a
of them-
skateboard.
Yeah,
and
neither
you've got
of
the
them
smaller
work,
one.
but I
Right,
do
okay.
have them, yeah.
And you could flip them both around.
You can
right?
make them left-handed,
Uh-huh.
which was absolutely pointless. Also, they ate 100 batteries a minute.
Yeah, for
they
sure.
just
Yeah.
burnt through them.
Mm-hmm.
It's not really a portable device because you got to keep them plugged in. Anyway, Mason, what
That's
have you
so
got?
true. Louis Rebello asks, "What's your favorite aspect of doing the podcast?" Bloody going home afterwards.
My favorite aspect is staying here and editing the audio and uploading it and doing all the metadata and then making a video version for YouTube and uploading that over hours and then publishing it and then Raw Collins, of course, he sends it all out.
But I mean, before that, there's some elements to the
Oh, sorry.
podcast.
Before the podcast, I put all the topics together for what we're doing that day, and I send you a text to watch whatever trailers we need to watch for that week, and maybe the topic if we haven't discussed
Right, but
it.
in between those two working elements, there's a bit in the middle there.
Normally, I have to watch a crap thing during the week to
No,
to do it. Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, I do like recording the actual podcast. I think it's the
Yes.
funnest thing that I do
Yes.
because it's not just me going. And another thing about Batman Forever, I could by myself. I could.
Yeah, right.
You could just talk to someone.
But what is another thing about Batman Forever?
Tommy Lee Jones is in it.
Yeah, it's pretty
Yeah.
good. Jason Gears wants to know, what's your favorite comic series based on a movie or TV show? I really like, and I'm not, again, it's something I'm not up to date on, is Transformers More Than Meets the Eye, which I guess, Transformers is this monolith and it's comic books based on TV shows and TV shows
And
based
there's a
on comic
British
books. and
version and American version.
Exactly,
whatever,
yeah. But More Than Meets the Eye is kind of like the ongoing Transformers saga that's still happening. I think it's been renamed since then, but I'm a few volumes into that, and I really
And that's
enjoy it.
after the G1 stuff. Did
Yes,
you say?
yes, it is,
Okay.
yeah. Mhm.
I don't know if I've gotten. So it's comic books based on.
Movies or TV shows.
Yeah, I've read a few of the Firefly ones.
Yeah, I
they
like them.
didn't really grab me.
Okay.
I know my brother's the one you don't like because he's a big Stargate fan, so
Yeah,
he
he
reads
would
all
be,
the
wouldn't he?
Stargate stuff.
He would be difficult in like the Stargate stuff.
But no, I
wouldn't
never because I know the X-Files continues in comics and whatever, but
Yeah,
I
right.
don't. I don't read the Smallville one because I don't
Yeah,
really
right,
like Smallville. Anyway, so in the answer to your question, none.
he?
None
Nice,
of them.
good stuff.
Here we go, Mason. Did you know Harry says it's amazing how many people still think the petrol cap on the Ford Focus is on the offside rear?
Ridiculous.
True. Unbelievable.
I mean, there's a little on your fuel gauge. There's a
Yeah.
little arrow that points in the direction of
I
where
found
your
that
fuel
out
gauge.
way too late in my
right.
life. Yeah.
I understand.
Yeah. What else you got?
Let's see. Obi wants to know, if you could train a movie monster to be your pet, which would you pick?
And they're going to be nice to you forever?
They're going to be nice to you forever.
Falcor.
Wouldn't he be nice to you anyway?
Yeah, but he'd be even nicer.
Oh, I
And
see.
he can talk to you. He can give you advice, like
that's-
sage wisdom.
That's probably true, yeah.
What do you think?
Probably Frankenstein's monster, because I could
Mm.
sit on his shoulders at events.
Concerts, yeah.
yeah.
While he's swatting people to death.
We're swatting people to death, exactly,
Do you
yes.
remember when De Niro played him in the movie?
No.
De Niro played him in the Kenneth Branagh Frankenstein movie.
Oh.
Yeah, it's pretty nuts.
Mhm.
Nick says, if the Dragon Friends were to have a superhero showdown, who would win? Who would win in the Dragon Friends?
Well, I mean, I guess... If
Benny's
you talk,
small, but I've heard Benny's very fiery.
yeah, if you're talking characters, probably Hing's character
Oh.
Friezo, because he's the biggest
He can do it,
psychopath.
and-
But Hing in real life would not win in a fight in any way. It would be Alex Lee.
Okay,
would be the
good,
winner
good.
of that fight.
Michael says, just want to tell everybody at the Planet Broadcasting Network that I love you guys and what you girls and guys do. Keep up the good work. We will for now.
Yes, we will. Okay, cool. All right.
Thank
It seems
you.
ominous, but all right.
For now. Oh, and that person donated $327.25. That was
Bloody
Michael
hell.
McDowell. Yeah, bloody hell.
Wow.
Indeed.
Jason Jung wants to know, how many more failed shared universe launches do we have before the studios move on?
What do you move on to, though? What's the next thing?
Yeah,
well,
right.
actually, I've always said, I've been saying for a few years that I think it's happening more and more, it's making proper sequels to old properties.
Yes.
Like they did it with Halloween. They're doing it with RoboCop. They're doing it with Terminator.
Yeah,
I think
right.
that's what we got.
Assuming
Mad
some
Max.
of these work.
Yeah, we got Mad Max. a
That's
couple
true.
years
Yeah,
ago.
maybe that's what
Star
kicked it off.
Wars.
Yeah.
They're doing another Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
That's what I think we're doing.
I think what will never go away is in the back of the mind there will be like,
How many can we get out?
how
of
many
this?
can we get out of this? Okay, we'll be like, I'm sure there'll be a lot of public statements that are like, we're going to focus on making good movies first and foremost. We're never going to change, and then it'll be, but in their minds they'll be like, but this is going to be a franchise. We're going to seed.
We're going to put Woody Harrelson in the post credits.
Exactly. So it's going to be a franchise. Don't even worry about it. But I don't know. I think we might almost be done. I think the fact that they've tried to build the Dark Universe twice and it hasn't worked.
I want them to go again. I really want
me
them
too.
to go again.
I think if there's a third Dark Universe failure, even Darker Universe.
Because imagine if Spider-Man failed again.
Yeah, right.
I mean, I think Venom will fail. Because I know they've talked about how there was a report recently that was like, well, now Sony aren't going to sell Venom back or Spider-Man back. They're going to keep making them. I think they fluked that movie. I mean, it's barely watchable. And I just think they're playing with fire. I just don't think. I don't think they've got two in them.
No, I agree.
Yeah.
Let's see. Finlay Williams wants to know, if you had to trek through the desert, Burke and Will style, with one weird, annoying method actor, who would it be? Personally, I think Jared Leto, because I wouldn't care if I had to kill and eat him. That's a really good point.
Doesn't have enough meat on him.
Yeah, he's... Oh, yeah, no, you're right. But I mean, some is better than none, isn't it?
Yeah. Would you want someone useful, like a Nicolas Cage?
I think you'd want a... You'd want a...
I don't know if Nicolas Cage is useful. I don't know.
You'd want a...
Daniel Day-Lewis.
I was going to say Daniel Day-Lewis, because he would be
He'd
useful.
kill and eat you, though.
Yeah, exactly. And make shoes out of you.
Yeah.
That's what he'd do.
I'd go with Daniel Day-Lewis.
Yeah.
I have no idea what that guy's like. Like, as a person.
Yeah, I think that would be fascinating.
Yeah.
I think he'd be the most interesting.
Yeah. Or the most boring.
Yeah, who else's method? De Niro? You wouldn't want to be stuck with De Niro.
De Niro doesn't really do that anymore.
No, that's true, yeah.
Yeah. What else we got here? Dominic says, is there one thing you want to accomplish on your podcast, if anything, when you guys see yourselves in 10 years? I want to get it filmed. That's what I want to do. I want to make this thing as a filmed podcast, but also have it not change from the audio. So the audio will still go out.
Yeah, so there won't be like a lot of visual gags.
Yeah. We're not going to have a TV screen or refer to or whatever. Maybe I'll put some clips in of the trailer we're watching on the video version.
Yeah, right,
maybe.
Right.
But that's what I'd like to do, because I think you can expand your audience that way, and I think also people might just like it. But also I want to do it properly, because people are like, why don't you just do it with a webcam? Because I want to do it. I don't want it to be some janky.
They always look sad,
half-assed crap. You know what I mean?
we want to be in the most flattering light possible.
Exactly.
We are very
darkness.
Pale. Yeah. But anyway, my goal is for it to never be filmed. So my goal is to sabotage every week. So
we're getting the studio built in late Jan, early Feb. It's looking like. Right. So
because James is always like, why didn't the stuff arrive for the studio? And I'm like, beats me, man. And I'm just stuffing it into the boot of the
car. You another one?
Let's see.
I can do one if you want.
Okay, go for it.
Pat says, was wondering if you'd rather fight one Kylo Ren with the width of an American-sized football field but regular height, or 3 Kylo Rens that are 20 feet tall but regular width. I can't even wrap my mind around that.
The tall ones, because they have a poor center of gravity.
Good point.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Not even easy.
Good.
Yeah.
Figured that out.
That's right.
I'm still on May 7th. I've been on May 7th for so long. I don't know if we're going to get to the middle of this.
I'm already in June, so whatever, man.
Okay.
Chris wants to know, have you ever read any music-based comics such as Coheed and Cambria's Armory Wars? And if so, what did you think?
You read Kiss.
I keep reading. Every time I go on our friend Andrew Levin's podcast, Serious Issues, there's always a Kiss comic. I don't know why. I maybe because I keep going on around Halloween. Maybe they're the spookiest band, so maybe that's why.
They're not the spookiest band.
No, they're not. That's true. But I mean, they're not written by Kiss though. But like, I believe Coheed and Cambria's comic book is written by or maybe even illustrated by the guys in that band. I have not.
I've never.
But I have read The Umbrella Academy, which is written by Gerard Way.
I don't know that.
Who's in bloody,
Fall Out Boy?
Yeah, one of those. Yeah, that's a good comic. That's really good.
Okay.
But it's not music based, but it's better
But it's a music guy.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Look, I probably have, but I can't remember off the top of my head. Whenever I see a thing that's like, it's the Beatles, but they're at a comic or whatever, if there is,
Yes.
if there even
I'm
is that
listening.
comic. I'm
My
like,
Chemical,
nah.
he's the lead vocalist of
Okay.
My Chemical Romance.
Okay, good on him.
Yeah, good on him. Yeah,
Good on him.
Thank you.
Anonymous says, which planet broadcaster is which Avenger? E.g. Nick is obviously Iron Man.
Obviously.
Matt could be Pepper or Natasha because, Ginger. Yeah, that's true. Well, you're obviously Iron Man, Mason.
Yes.
So I would be, I don't know, someone who's just sad. Just getting old, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, right. Uh-huh.
Like a real grump.
So Rhodey after the accident.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, terrific. Yeah, nice, good.
I don't think we got time to do them all, unfortunately.
No, that's right. We'll breeze.
Yeah.
Logan wants to know, hey guys, what was the first thing you considered yourself a fan of?
Voltron.
Yeah, okay. I reckon Transformers for
Yeah.
sure. What about as an adult?
I think
Transformers.
Yeah, I always liked Star Wars.
Yeah.
So that's kind of been one that's...
Uh-huh.
But I really like... I got into... A few years ago, I read a whole bunch of Transformers comics, including All Hail Megatron, which is fantastic. And then I saw the movie, the new one, whatever it was, and it just killed me. I'm like, I can't...
Yeah, right.
I don't want to look at any of this shit anymore.
Yeah, for sure.
So that's where I'm at with Transformers at the moment.
That's true.
Yeah.
Let's see. Breon Prestbury, great name, wants to know if DC were to reboot the cinematic universe, what movie should they start with and why?
Reboot the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
No, the DC cinematic universe.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I think
Get one right. I don't know.
maybe a Booster Gold movie would be
Something
fun.
for I think a new character.
Even a future Batman would be cool.
Yeah, okay, that could work.
Yeah.
I think a new character just because there will be no weight of expectations on them anymore.
Yeah, right.
Like maybe Shazam will be the kickoff for that because
Yeah.
there's no expectations of he's not as good as the previous actor or whatever. So I think a new character. I don't know who, but
Not
like,
a Booster Gold Green Lantern movie or something like that.
yeah, that could work. Yeah, all right, I can see that. Yeah,
But all the
nice.
thing you said. Yeah. Ben Evans says, hey guys, big fan of the podcast and specifically when you review a no good thing. That's also my favorite thing. I wanted to ask what you guys think is the funniest moment you can remember on the pod.
Oh,
There's been a few moments where I've lost it for quite a while.
yes.
I can't remember.
I don't remember
specifically off
anything
the top
that
of my
happens on the
head,
show.
yeah.
That's a problem. Yeah.
I'm sure people remind me.
Yeah.
I get emails about it.
Regardless, our buddy Rob Collins usually puts out a best of every year, so
He'll know.
he'll know. He knows. He's got good taste.
Yeah.
Let's see. There's always question on this page. There's two questions about who would win between us in a fight to the death. So every time.
Like a new one from James who says, just wanted to say thank you for what you guys do. I have mental health problems and it's been a real struggle recently, but the videos on your channel and podcast have really helped take my mind off things and cheered me up. Favorite podcast to listen to. Keep up the good work. Thank you. That's sorry you're going through that as well. That's not an ideal situation, but we're glad we can help in a very minor way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Nathan Clark wants to know, Mesa, who's the best Melbourne comedian? You can only pick one. Celia Pacquel is very funny.
She's very funny.
Yeah.
I saw her last show. I can't remember. Yeah, I think I did.
Good, yeah. And
Anyway.
she's on some great TV series you can track down if you want to.
She's great.
And she's probably got a couple of shows on YouTube or
I think
something.
she got a Stan special.
She does
at
have
the moment,
Stan.
which
She
is
does have a
really
Stan
good.
special. Yeah. So
Yeah.
if you have Stan, get on that. Very funny.
I don't know who my favorite Melbourne comic is. Let's say Michael Hing. He's not from Melbourne.
No, he's from Sydney. Yeah.
And to be honest, I've never seen his stand up.
Well, he's
I've seen him in
great.
TV shows
Uh-huh.
and on his podcast,
Yeah,
obviously,
yeah,
but
yeah.
I've heard he's good.
Uh-huh. Bernie Evans has donated 4 times and asked 4 questions.
Ooh.
What is the national bird of Australia? What is the climate of Australia?
Emu.
What is the capital of Australia?
Next, Canberra.
And what is the population of Australia? It's like 23
22
million.
million. 23, yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
What is the
Good
national bird of Australia? Is it the
Emu?
emu?
I don't know.
Wow, we knew those things.
It's on the coat of arms.
Uh-huh.
It's like an emu staring at a kangaroo. Remember?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it is
Yeah.
those two. Yeah.
That classic.
Mm-hmm. And as we know, they're the 2 animals because they can only move forward,
That's right.
and you can eat them.
Yep.
Mhm.
Neither of them taste that great.
I like kangaroo a lot.
It depends how you cook it.
Yeah, it does, doesn't
It's
it?
a bit gamey.
Yeah.
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 What do we got here? William says, if you could suggest only one comic that a person should read before they die, what should it be?
Sorry, what was the question?
One comic for a person to read.
One individual comic?
I guess, or a graphic novel.
Look, I really like my favorite comic book run is probably Starman.
Oh, you
Right?
bloody love
yeah, I love
Starman.
Starman. You read that? That's a good one.
See, I want to say like Invincible or something like that, but you need to kind of know stuff about other comic book characters to
That's true, yeah.
kind of appreciate that.
Because a lot of it's homage to
Yeah.
other stuff.
And
yeah.
I know other people would say Watchmen, but if you don't have an understanding of superheroes, it's just
nonsensical,
it's
largely.
so weird.
A lot of
yeah.
people are like, it's the Citizen Kane of comic books. Yeah, but you know.
I guess probably, like a Batman Year
yeah.
One is a good point
Yeah.
to jump off.
The New Frontier, DC's The New Frontier.
Oh,
is a
yeah,
good
that's
comic
good,
because
yeah.
it's got superheroes in it, but if you don't know anything about them, it doesn't matter, and it's a really good story.
We could even do a non-superhero one, like a Walking Dead.
Yeah.
Which is pretty consistently good.
Either Jesus Medina, but I'm assuming it's Jesus Medina.
Okay.
Have you guys ever been late for something because of the podcast?
Yes. Yep. Just general stuff.
Okay, just life.
I'm late for everything.
Yeah.
Actually, Claire's notoriously late. She's apparently it's a thing. She keeps insisting that people have an internal clock and hers is no good.
Right.
Like some people's aren't.
Uh-huh.
And so she's like, okay, listen, I got to be this place now. Do I have time to go to the shops and buy a new dress and come home and eat and whatever? And I'm like, absolutely not.
Right.
Why would you think you could? Like, it'll take you half an hour alone to drive there.
Yeah, right.
So what's the question?
Have
Let me
you
just
ever-
keep hating on my wife.
Well, maybe we can shock her internal clock back into factory settings. Let's surprise her when she gets back.
I'm sure. Have you been late for work?
No, I've never been late for work, but I've been like right on the cusp.
Yeah.
Like, I've been like changing my clothes in the car park.
Yeah, right.
Late kind of thing. But yeah, never been super late.
I'm sure I've missed some stuff. I always miss stuff for editing. Like, I'm like, I'll just finish this.
Yeah.
And then I'm 40 minutes late.
Mm.
Yeah. Grayson Street. I know Grayson. I'll keep asking till you answer. What is your favorite color?
Purple.
Blue.
Wow.
And you know what? Those two colors make a different shade of purple.
Yes, they do.
Yeah.
Yep.
What do we got here? James Roy says, congrats on the campaign. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Also, who would be your dream couple out of the other Planet broadcasters? Also, who would be your dream couple out of the... So are we pairing people off here? What are we doing?
I guess we are, yeah.
Dave Warnocky
Yep.
and Carl Chandler.
Nice. Yeah, good.
Together at last.
Yeah, absolutely. They make a beautiful couple. Michael Potts wants to know, do we play board games?
No.
Only if I'm forced to.
It depends who I'm with. Because
Yeah.
I've been at... when you go to a dinner with someone you hate
Yeah.
and they're like, let's play games. I'm like, this is this. No.
Yeah,
This is
exactly.
because this isn't fun. When I go to a party or a dinner, I just want to talk to people. That's what I want to do generally. I don't want to play games and compete. Yeah. I played Monopoly recently. It's a brutal game. I didn't want to play it. But you know what?
Yeah.
I did, and I stole everyone's money. It felt real bad.
Oh, yes, there we go.
I just felt
But
terrible.
not good?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh no, he's frozen up.
No, I'm not frozen up. I'm deep in thought.
It's in the blue screen of death.
Andrew Franzen wants to know, what are the best spots to visit in Australia that are normally lumped into flyover country? So
Oh, okay, yeah.
people skip them because they're like, nah, it's not.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Kimberley's nice, but people don't skip that. They generally go.
Yeah.
I find it hard to recommend Melbourne because on the surface it doesn't look like anything.
Yeah,
There's
right.
not like you go to the Sydney Harbour Bridge and you climb a thing or whatever. It's more like the culture and the cafes and the gardens and the pubs and
Yeah,
the
right.
people. It's more that kind of stuff.
Uh-huh. You know what? I like just going into a random country town and going to the bakery.
Yeah.
Seeing what's there. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
There's always an award-winning vanilla slice.
There is.
Also, Geelong's pretty good. I know people make fun of it.
I don't know enough about Geelong.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
But I'm a big fan like you.
Mm-hmm.
Parker says, I want to know more about James's international aid work. Please. What motivated him? What is the most profound
Also, it was
experience you ever
national
had?
aid work. It wasn't international
Yes,
aid.
it was.
Oh, wait, you went to Tanzania.
Yeah.
Okay, I remember now.
I also want to know if Mason has ever done anything like that and just show off less than James. That's a good point, Mason.
Never have. Never will.
I wanted to do something before I got a proper job and was locked into all the things that happen when you're an adult. So it's one of those things where if I don't do this now, I'll never have the opportunity. And also you have less responsibility. So if you come back broke, it doesn't really matter.
That's
Those
true.
kind of things. And I didn't really have any profound moments. It was more just like little things. And there's not like a moment of, oh my God. Because often when I'm doing things as well, I'm like, I hate this. I hate living in this place.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? Like none of my stuff's here. But you don't do stuff because it's easy, I guess, is
That's
the point.
true.
Yeah.
I do a lot
Mason.
of I'll do a lot of stuff mostly because it's easy if I'm being honest. Let's see. Joe McKinney asks, and I know where this is going to go, but I'm doing it anyway for the bit. James, would you rather eat a bag of bricks or a Matter baby?
A Matter baby. What am I doing here?
Ask the obvious question.
Okay, what's a matter, baby?
I don't know what's the matter with you, baby. You dumbass.
How much did he donate?
Yep.
How much did he donate?
$1.37.
Not enough.
No, I thought
for me
that
to
was
walk
worth
into
it for
that.
me. It's worth it for me. Scott Foreman wants to know, who's your favorite member of the Bat family? Can't include Batman.
Nightwing.
Okay, that's pretty good. I like Azrael.
Oh yeah.
Well, my favorite Robin is the Tim Drake Robin,
Yeah.
I think. But he's not really Robin. It doesn't matter anymore. I think he's still trapped in a parallel dimension or something. But I like Azrael as well because he's crazy.
He is
and
crazy.
he was crazy Batman for a while.
He
It
was
the
crazy
best.
Batman. What do you think of his non-Batman weird night costume, whatever he wears?
I liked his original one the
Yeah.
most, and all the rest have kind of been a little subpar, if
Okay.
you ask me.
I understand.
Yeah. Mhm.
Will says, James, and this could apply to you, but it doesn't say you. How'd you come to develop your style of delivery? I have this image in my head of teaching students with the same voice, style, grammar as YouTube. Yeah, that's probably not untrue. I don't know, this is just how I talk and present myself. And same with you. This is just how,
It's kind of how I talk, yeah.
Though I talk differently like this than I do in videos, which I'm
That's
trying
true, yeah.
to close that gap. But
Right,
it's kind of
okay.
hard because you're on your own. It's
Because the
weird.
video is too much of a persona.
Yeah, I don't know.
It is true because you've got
Yeah.
nobody to. There's nobody. If you're having a conversation with somebody, you get that immediate feedback.
Yes.
Yeah. Do you
It's-
want a photo of me and you can just stare at it
Please,
while
yeah.
you do it? Okay. Shem Thorogood asked, "Are you guys going to PAX Australia this year?"
Yep.
Yes, we did, and we met you there.
Yep.
So good
Excellent.
work. Yep.
Also, it was too expensive, the tickets for people. $65 is ridiculous.
Yeah, right.
You know.
Mhm.
And look, not that it matters, but we didn't see any of that money. Oh, it kind of matters. But I just think $65 for a ticket is just way too much.
Yeah. The next time we do a live show in Melbourne, it's just going to be a show at a
and
place.
we're going to get all the money.
Oh, yeah.
But that's crazy, though, 60. I mean, I know you get other things at PAX, but if you're not going to see other things at PAX,
Yep.
and the fact that they don't, I don't know. I just think I got a lot of problems with that
Yeah, for
thing.
sure.
Yeah. Anyway, but Levins did a great job organising it.
That's true. Yeah, thank you.
And if
Andrew
you didn't
Levins.
go, we're going to put up because Levin's got it recorded, we're going to put it up on the Patreon as well, that
Yep.
episode. Yeah.
Harvey Wiseman asks, "Hey James, did any of the kids at your school ever find your YouTube channel, or were you ever worried they would?"
It's people asked me if it was me. I just lied. I was like, nah, it's not me.
All right. How old were these kids?
I don't know, like 10, 12.
Okay, right.
Yeah.
So they're sort of on the cusp of not believing
Yeah.
obvious lies, but
Because I just put it as like, what do you really think I'm doing that in my spare time? You know?
yeah, right.
Because really, who would?
Yeah, right.
Like it's absolute
yeah.
lunacy.
Somebody came up to me on the tram a while back and they were like, "Hey, it's Meso, what's going on?" And I'm like, "Hey man, good to see you," whatever. And I think he took a photo or something like that. And then a guy come up and went, "Hey, you an actor? You famous? You Woody?" And I'm like, "Nah, mate. Nah, it's just he's a friend of mine. Just playing a joke. Just playing a joke."
It's just
Whatever.
easier than.
Just that, and
Yeah.
he's like, and then he just sort of stared me down the rest of the trip.
What a,
Yeah.
God, was he going to punch you for being
Probably,
famous?
yeah. So I punched him first.
Good, yeah.
Peter Milliken asks, "Is Tom Holland Spider-Man the strongest Spider-Man?"
Yes.
Is he?
I don't know. Tobey Maguire's, he stopped to train, but he passed out.
I think he's not the strongest because he can be quite easily bested by Captain America.
Yeah, but he wasn't bested physically.
Yeah.
He was outmaneuvered.
Outmaneuvered. Yeah, that's true. I
Yeah.
still don't think he's the strongest though.
Yeah, he might be right.
Yeah, I don't
Also,
think-
he's not. We haven't got.
Yeah.
We don't know the strength of either of them really.
That's true,
I
yeah.
guess, but I think Tobey Maguire might be strongest.
Yep.
Yeah. Luke says, "I don't have a question, but just watch Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. He says, comic book fun every week and genuinely great. Yeah, you're probably right. But I don't watch it. And neither do you sometimes. Or sometimes you do watch it.
Not
Agents
only
of
did I
S.H.I.E.L.D.
not watch it, I wasn't listening when you said the thing, so
Agents
I don't know
of
what
S.H.I.E.L.D.
you're talking about. Yeah, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. No, I'm behind. I said by the end of the year I'm going to watch season 5 and be up to date. So.
Harry says, been listening since podcast episode 1.
Whoa, so
you're,
high.
you're one of the... You're one of the 11 people who downloaded that episode.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any plans to do a live show next year? Currently planning a trip to Australia in late 2019.
Oh.
Not currently.
But we'll do one, I reckon.
Yeah, we
we'll
probably
do
will.
one.
Claire will make us.
Yeah, Claire will make us.
Yeah.
Exactly.
She's bugging me, mate.
Yeah. Oh, no.
You know, like, 'cause she loves it. She gets a kick out of it. Actually, we're doing, there's a live show for the Just Make the Thing coming up.
Yep.
That you may or may not be at.
May make it.
And
Yep.
there's still, I think there's still tickets when this is going out, depending on when I get around to putting this out. But yeah, come to that if you want. It's on
Cool.
December 9th.
Mm.
Luke says, don't have a question, just want to show support.
Thank
Luke.
you.
Yeah.
Daniel Frankham asks, if you could wipe one movie from your memory, what would it be and why?
But to watch it again or to wipe it from memory?
Either.
Hmm.
That's the rub, isn't it?
This is probably a bit of a. I would love to wipe The Dark Knight and watch that again,
Yes,
'Cause I
I
really
think you're
enjoyed
probably
that,
right.
yeah. but it's a pretty obvious one.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I would lean towards. There's no movie where I'm like, well, that was so bad that I've got to scrub it out. Because then I think also I'd be curious about it forever.
Yeah,
I'd be like,
like Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. You're like,
Yeah.
what did I get rid of? Well,
exactly.
you gotta keep what you bloody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It all makes you a person that doesn't it?
Yeah.
Mm.
I don't know. Maybe Civil War. I know these are comic book movies,
So
but
you
like
could Civil War it again.
yeah, because it's fun.
Oh, yeah.
It's fun and it's got lots of great, wondrous moments in it. It's good, solid. Yeah, it's good
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah.
Mandy says, thanks for being awesome in general during charity campaign. Always happy to contribute.
Mm-hmm.
Been listening to this pretty much the start. The last
You
guy
wanna-
would
yeah.
listened, since
exactly.
day one. I want to let you know how much I love the show. Questions for James. As a father, which comic book properties are you most excited to share with little Mr. Sunday Movies as he gets older? Good question. I don't know. Probably something fun and small and light. And I don't know. I think the Spider-Man Homecoming would probably be a good one.
Probably
too.
that bit in Invincible where his dad beats him up really bad.
And Meso is not a father. What is a property that you would want to introduce Baby Goat Solo to that would guarantee to drive James and Claire crazy?
Probably the bit
you
where
say?
Invincible's dad beats him up really bad. Jonathan Amira asked, "What's your favorite binge food?"
I
Has
could
to be a good one.
Yeah,
You
I'm not
can't
picking
say-
a healthy
you
one.
can't say rice cakes and tuna
no,
or
they're
whatever.
terrible.
Mhm.
I like chocolate and chips.
Right.
Hot chips even. I love hot chips. I love Red Rooster. I'd eat Red Rooster
Red
all
Rooster, yeah,
day.
Red Rooster's
What
good
about
stuff.
you?
Yeah, I'd lean towards the savory. I don't think I can.
Yeah.
I can't do a whole bunch of desserts anymore. But
Yeah,
like
right. Too rich.
too rich. Like a big old slab of lasagna, like
Yeah.
a big old some sort of bolognese situation.
Oh, that'd be good. Yeah.
Yeah,
Good old lasagna.
Oh,
I don't like the white sauce on lasagna.
I
though.
love
You got to get
it.
away from that, mate.
I love
My mum makes a
it.
good lasagna. Let me tell you that,
Oh,
Mason.
yeah, I bet.
Also, almonds. They're a very healthy snack,
Oh,
Mason.
an almond.
No, they're not that good. I eat them, but I don't think they're that good.
No, they're not. They're...
What do we got here? Well, this is a bit of a big question, but Bajaki says, question for James and Mason, how would you integrate the X-Men and Fantastic Four into the MCU? I think we talked about this before. Fantastic Four, from bringing back from the 60s, like they're in a time.
Yeah, time,
thing.
or even just out in deep space.
And X-Men just don't do them. Just never do them.
Yeah, right,
No, I don't know.
Joseph Dowman wants to know, do you think Stiltman will ever make his way onto the big screen?
Nah, because he's already been in the
And the small screen?
small screen.
Because he was in that
Yeah.
Daredevil.
Or his stilts were in the background or something.
Yeah.
Can't remember.
I would kind of like to, if they're gonna keep doing Netflix shows, and they're probably not, I would just love to see him as either like a second story man, like a burglar, or
Yeah.
I don't know, something.
Yeah.
I'd like to see him in it though.
Fair enough. Do you know who Matthew says? Who do you prefer, Chaz and Dave or the Langshire Hot Pots? Right, I think they're both bands. I don't know either of those,
I've heard both the names, but I don't know anything about them.
but they're both really good. They're both my favorite bands.
But again, speaking of foods, I do love a Malaysian hot pot, so probably
me too.
Probably the hot pot.
White
one.
rice is so much better than brown rice as well. It's a shame. It's just
You're
really
only saying
terrible
that
for
because
you.
you're only allowed to eat brown rice.
No,
now.
that's what I'm saying. It's true though.
All right.
It's true though.
Yeah, it's
It's just
white
a
rice
cold
is
hard
good.
fact. White rice is better.
I do like both kinds of rice.
Yeah, but white rice is better. Yeah.
I mean, there's more than one type of rice.
Yeah, but white
Yeah.
rice is better.
Okay.
Yeah. Chris says, thank you guys for making this podcast and great network and etc. and things. Questions for Infinity War. Did either of you get emotional or yell during that Tom Holland scene with the demise of him with Tony Stark? Thanks again. I didn't yell anything.
I didn't yell, and I felt nothing
Yeah.
because they're coming back.
I thought it was a good scene.
Yeah, it was a good scene.
Yeah.
I don't think it was done really
Well
well.
executed, but yeah.
And I think it threw a lot of people for a loop
Yeah.
because...
You think Spider-Man's going to be at least around in the next one?
Yes, and I think it threw a lot of people for a loop because I think a lot of people didn't know there was going to be a second part to this.
Ah, okay.
And I think so many people thought that the axe coming through into Thanos at the end, that was the finale.
Yeah.
And I think that just, I enjoy very much that wrecked a lot of people.
Yeah.
It was fun.
That's good. It's a great scene though. The bit that I got most of a reaction out of was when Red Skull showed up.
Yeah, right.
That was
yeah.
I think I remember
Yeah.
turned to you and was like, oh my god,
That's Red
oh my
Skull.
god.
Yep. Mhm.
Yeah.
Mm.
Or I just went to you and just nodded and went, yeah.
Oh, for sure. What are you up to there? What day?
I'm up to May 11th.
Well, I'm up to May 31. No, we're nearly there.
We're nearly there.
All right.
Though this card is going to run out soon, so but a bit over an
Okay,
hour.
let's breathe through.
Yeah.
Eamon Gibbons wants to know, we ever going to get that show where you guys cook eggs? No, but there's a guy on
does it.
YouTube who does it. He's
back.
He's back. He's up to like 5 minutes. So
Yeah.
every day, every episode he cooks an egg for 1 minute, and the next episode he cooks the egg for 2 minutes.
That's right.
And so on and so forth. And he's going to see how far. Did we say
100 minutes.
100 minutes. We'll see how. Okay, I'm excited for that. But that's on YouTube. It's
That's
on the
right.
Planet Broadcasting group, I think. So if you just go there and look up eggs, it'll be on there.
Definitely.
Uh-huh.
Dominic says, would you rather Michael Bay direct a Marvel movie or David Fincher direct a Star Wars movie, except you're also a goat for that one. Also, great work on the genial entertainment and encouraging people to do good deeds.
Thank you.
Fincher, definitely. And I'm a goat in that one because I'd still rather that. Oh, but Michael Bay doing a Marvel movie. I think if you gave him a good script, because if you
He'd
give him a
ruin
good
it
script, it
somehow.
wouldn't matter, yeah.
And he'd be like, nah, people want 2.5 hours of it. No, we don't. Not of your directing. No, sir.
Michael says, do go on making the world a better place. It's true.
Mm-hmm.
Freddie says, hey, James, would you rather fight 100 podcast dog-sized Masons or one Mason-sized podcast dog? Well, that would be easier if it was one Mason-sized podcast dog.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not that much bigger than the dog. So
100
there's
podcast-sized dogs the size of you would be great. Imagine if I had 100 of them.
that'd be pretty good.
I mean, they'd kill me.
Yeah, but I
Yeah.
mean, what a way to go.
What a way!
Yep.
Mason, if you could be any animal from Zach, real or fictional, what would you be?
If I could be any animal from Zach,
Yes.
the planet Zach.
Yeah. No, it's from Zach, as in that he wrote
Oh, okay.
this. Would you pick the hypocrite from Harry Potter?
Has he said magical?
No. It
I
can
just
be
read
anything.
Oh, okay, right.
Fictional or non.
Oh, fictional or non? Oh,
Hypocrite?
Maybe a dragon.
Why though?
Because
But what do you do? Do you know what I
I
mean?
could do anything I want because I got fire breath. and I
Yeah,
can
but you
fly.
can't play Nintendo.
Very true. Then I'd pick a human man because we've had it pretty good for a while.
What else you got?
Uh,
It's harder on the phone, isn't it, to find because
Yep.
to scroll and yeah.
Let's see.
Renzel says, since becoming a father, have you started any new vendettas? They're always popping up.
Yeah, it's mostly.
But I can't
other
think
dads,
of one.
isn't it?
Yeah, it's mostly other dads off the top.
Dave
of my
M
head.
wants to know. My question is, what's the most quintessential Australian moment in TV film, in your opinion? It could be all the rack-offs in Heartbreak High. That's
Yep.
quintessentially Australian.
It's probably that House of Serenity in The Castle, the movie
Yep,
The Castle.
That's true.
That's a
It
moment.
could be that time that dog got killed in an episode of Neighbours.
Yeah.
Yep.
All of those things are
Yeah. There's probably something on you know what? There's probably something on the Late Show.
like the Steve Vizard late
No,
show.
the Degeneration Late Show.
Oh, right. Yeah, yeah.
There'd be a moment
Like
probably.
that stunt guy.
Yeah, okay, that's a good one. Yeah. No, the most quintessential Australian moment on television. There's an episode of The Late Show. And they had
I've got a more Australian one, but keep going,
Okay.
please.
Anyway, they had a segment called Muckraking, which was Tony Martin and Mick Malloy, and they would talk to people on the streets.
Yeah.
And they say they ask a guy, what do you think the Australian flag should have on it? And the guy says, I think it should be a bum with a fist coming out of it. And people remember that. Like people will just like, oh yeah, I remember that. It was such a tiny moment, but people were like, yeah, that's some good stuff.
That's good.
Yeah.
Mine was good. Well, that's probably more Australian actually. But mine was when our former Prime Minister Bob Hawke sculled a beer on national television
Yep.
at the footy.
Quintessentially Australian.
Or
I think
cricket.
anything amazing or incredibly stupid any of our politicians have done. Like one of our previous prime ministers ate a raw onion.
Yes, he did.
Like an unpeeled raw onion. Because he was at an onion farm
Yeah.
and they handed him an onion to here's a gift of an onion. And he didn't go, oh cool, I'll put that in the bolognese later or whatever. I'll put it in a burger or
He just
something.
took it
He just
right.
was like, well, they've handed me this and I guess humans eat onions, so I'll eat this onion. Because that prime minister was a lizard man.
Yeah, he was a lizard man who ate onions. Matthew says, love you guys. I've donated to every one of these. Thank you very much. My question is, would you ever consider working with Screen Junkies again? Now that they have revamped themselves, would you ever do anything with them again, or was the trust being lost? Is that question too dark? No, I don't think so. It was because it was well, actually, there's a whole lot of litigation going on around that particular scenario.
Yeah, right.
Which I won't get into. But no, because there's still a lot of really good people that work there that I keep in contact with. So, no. Also says, do we plan with crossing over with Sans Pants again? Yeah,
we'll
that'll
get there.
definitely
Yeah.
happen at some point. Yeah.
Mason Stark wants to know, how tall are James and Mason? And I'm going to assume stacked on top of one another. Probably like
4'2".
Yeah, wow.
stacked.
Okay, wow. We can't even put on a trench coat and sneak our way into the movies.
No, we can sneak
Typical.
out of the movies.
Yeah, that's
easy
true.
at 4'2".
Mhm, yeah.
I'm 5'10".
Wow. I think I'm
yeah.
5'7".
So, yeah, people. I think it's deceptive because people often comment when they see us in person, like, "You're shorter than you look." It's like,
Uh-huh.
yeah, we are.
Yeah.
We're not big guys.
It's
Yeah.
all very flattering angles when we take photos of ourselves.
Certainly is.
Mm-hmm.
What else we got here? Got a lot of keep up the good work. Nate says, "Who is Snoke?" I think it's Plagueis.
No, it's not.
It is.
Is it?
I reckon it is.
Do you think it was when The Last Jedi came out, or do you think it will be?
I think
now
it
that-
always has been. I think it
Right.
just doesn't matter.
Okay, wow.
Oh, that didn't matter to the Last
What a thing
Jedi.
to throw into the Q&A. Have you said this before?
What?
Have you posed this theory before?
That Snoke is Plagueis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you? All right.
Like 3 years ago. I think
Wow.
after the first movie came out.
Wait, so is that that's not the Emperor?
No.
It's a different guy.
Snoke is... Plagueis trained the Emperor.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Doesn't matter.
Okay, you have... Okay.
Everybody
You
has.
have- you have-
It's a theory from everybody in the world.
Okay, you have had that. You have said that. In fact, I've probably said it as well. So
No doubt.
Yeah.
Joseph says, "Do you have any advice for a beginning podcaster?" I try and get the sound quality decent, but don't spend too much money on it. That's our motto.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Mhm.
We slowly upgrade here, don't we? Like as we kind of need
Yeah,
to.
sometimes we change the color of the microphone.
That was for Edgar Wright. We got those
That's
for
right.
Edgar
Yeah.
Wright,
Okay.
So to just turn up with
Yes.
shit-looking microphones.
Lewis Folder wants to know: should Marvel bring back the one shot? I think they
Yeah,
should.
definitely.
I think that would be. They should. I've always thought they should play one shots before some of the MCU films. I
Yes.
think that would be good.
Remember they used to play like Bugs Bunny cartoons before films and
Yes.
stuff? Yeah, they should
The
do
first
that.
one that I encountered was they played one before Who Framed Roger Rabbit,
Mm.
but it was part of it. Does matter. Anyway, yes, I think they should, and that would be people would buy more DVDs, I think, or Blu-rays if they put a one shot at the end of them.
Yeah,
be
definitely.
good.
Well, they used to do that as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Vincent D'Onofrio
Whoa.
says, provide some context for some of your adventures.
No, do it in his voice. Fine.
Vanessa! Provides context in some of your adventures you previously had, like what James hints at. I used to travel, I used to be a teacher, and that type of shit. Just fill in on the character of the two men you are. Mason, provide some context for yourself. Go on. But then obviously talk about Hulk or some shit. I don't know. It also says here that.
Oh, I don't know how to respond to any of this. There were so many things to be in there.
You I don't know.
I'm just a man with a dream.
What's the dream?
It's all a bit vague because I'm asleep when it happens.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Very good. Sean says, what is the hero story or concept you would like to see in the MCU in the future? No real world limits.
Oh.
Good Lord. Better TV shows and differenter movies.
Yeah, for
Weirder,
sure.
weirder stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. What else, Mason?
Spider Andy wants to know, in a similar vein, who do you think will be the big baddie going into Phase 4 of the Marvel movies?
Well, they've hinted at Red Skull might come back. He's
Yep.
free now.
Uh-huh.
Wouldn't mind seeing a bit of that.
I would love to see a
Villain team up?
Villain team
Me
up. Yeah,
too!
exactly. Yeah, bring back the Red Skull. He can reform Hydra.
Ultron,
Yeah.
Yellow Jacket.
Sure,
I
bring back
guess.
Yellow Jacket. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah. The Dark Elf.
Stain's son.
Oh, yeah.
Ezekiel Stain. He's got a son, so
Okay.
he was never mentioned in the movies, but he could be in it.
Okay, very
Out for
good.
revenge.
Out for revenge, yeah.
Maybe Whiplash didn't die.
Yes.
Even though he exploded.
He did explode. I don't need to see Whiplash again.
Yeah, that's true. Whatever.
Derek says, what's your favourite Ollie dog story? My favourite thing about Ollie is that she's used to be jet black almost, and now she's greying at the mouth.
Yeah, right.
And it's going into her eyebrows, her dog
Yeah.
eyebrows. So
Uh-huh.
me and her are, and we both have pointed ears.
That's very
Claire
true.
thinks she picked her subconsciously because she kind of looks like me.
It makes a lot of sense, actually.
What about you? Do you have a favourite Ollie story, Mason?
No, but I enjoy that she's not that much trouble.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. Where are you up to?
I'm up to May 14th.
Cool, I'm up to May 24th.
Oh, we're closing it.
Okay, let's zoom through these.
Will you raise your son to take over your place in the eventual death so we can have the Weekly Planet forever? No.
Sorry, what was the whole thing?
Will my son take over the Weekly Planet?
All right.
Or
but
with you.
Really?
Mm.
Like Superman 2?
Nah.
The second Superman?
He's not
His
going
son,
to.
son of Superman.
Son of Superman. No,
Wow,
he can
wow.
do whatever he wants. And I would
Wow.
hate to lock him into this gypsy curse the way that I've been.
But see, that's the thing. If you're like, you will never be on this podcast, he'd be like, well, I'm going to be on this podcast.
If he wants to, he can do it. That's
Dad."
fine with me.
Okay, right. No, that's all right then. Okay.
I mean, Mason, you said speed it along, so what do you got?
Well, now that I've been put on the spot, Harry Fry wants to know: have you ever broken a bone in your body?
Nah.
Neither have I.
No.
Lucky us.
Yeah. Never.
I'm going to be very careful when leaving this house because
Yes.
it'll probably happen.
That's true.
yeah.
This person, Howard, says, "Hi, James and Mesa. I'm both men of the world. What's your favorite country or city that you have visited? Mine is Salzburg, Austria. I've been there. It's incredible.
Oh yeah, I really like Hong Kong.
Yeah, I was. It was really hot when I was there, and Claire was pregnant, so I didn't. But I did go to. I really like Tokyo, I like Japan.
Tokyo's good also.
Went there not recently, like 3 years ago. But that was good too.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't know. It's all good in a way,
It is.
except for Amsterdam. And I went, no, Amsterdam's great, except for what's the other place I hate? I can't remember. Anyway, next thing.
Do you guys have any ideas for episodes that you really want to do but haven't? This is from Will Chant.
Yeah, there's like movies and stuff that we want to touch upon that
Yeah.
haven't come around.
There's one that we posed one time, and then a guy on Twitter asked us every week for a year when we were going to do it. So we're never going to do it.
Yeah,
Just on principle.
that's right. Yeah.
Just leave it, let it lay,
Yeah.
and we'll get to it when we can. But
now
he
we're
was
not gonna.
like, every week, he was like, when are you going to do that? And we're like, never now.
You researched real life superheroes once,
Oh, yeah, that's
like
right.
4 years ago.
Yeah,
and
we never got around
did
to
it.
that, yeah,
So
huh.
I'd like to come back to
Okay,
that.
well, yeah, we can do that.
You
Okay,
probably
cool.
still got those notes, I assume.
Yeah, sure, somewhere.
Yeah. What else we got here? A lot of just very kind people donating amounts
Daniel
of money.
Gomez asked, what was your yearbook quote and was it embarrassing? Here's the thing. I don't know why this. So there's a yearbook. There's like a dumb quote, and it's I think before you judge a man, walk a mile in his shoes because then you'll be a mile away and you'll have his shoes.
Yes.
And I put that in, and they cut it.
So it just says
So-
before you judge
Yeah,
a
but
man.
it said something like before you make fun of someone, walk a mile in their shoes. So it's like now I look like I'm some sort of loser who got bullied in high school. And come
People
on.
are going to look back at that as
Yeah.
well. That's going to be the quote.
Oh my god.
That's hilarious. They took our quotes out. But
Did
the
they?
reason they took the quotes out is because...
One kid said something horrible.
Well, a guy who I was friends with who got hold of the quotes, he went through all the international students who weren't putting quotes in for whatever reason, or they had given to them, and just filled it in with just absolute, just random nonsense.
Really?
And then so they took them all out.
Like real, like a real sentence.
It's probably racist stuff.
Probably
I don't know.
racist stuff. Okay, yeah, right. Oh, that's amazing.
I don't know what he wrote, but yeah.
What's he doing now?
I don't know. Actually, I saw him not that long ago. He was looking for a rental property. He's got a daughter. I don't know. I have
Cool.
another great story about him, but I'll save for another day.
Nice.
Where he got expelled for an amazing thing. What else?
Moose Skittles asked, do you either of you watch Orange is the New Black? If so, thoughts? I don't
started
watch it.
and then I
That's on my
stopped.
list. I've watched one episode. I'm like, I'll get back to that, and I haven't.
Yeah, it's all
It's winding up soon.
Yeah,
so.
it is winding
Uh-huh.
up.
Yeah.
I don't think it's pressing.
Mm-hmm.
Russell says, James and internet celebrity Nick Mason, what's the biggest thing you've learnt by making the podcast? And what is one thing you've changed earlier? I've started my own podcast called What Sticks? Because of the inspiration you've given me, you guys are the best, etc. Grab eggs, eat gems, and things like
what
that.
have we learned?
Diversify definitely is a big part.
In terms of...
Just money wise,
Okay,
but
sure.
also I think you got to pick something that you enjoy.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah. And also you got to put some effort into it in terms of whether it be structure or even on you got to think about what you're saying.
Yeah,
You
right.
don't just ramble. You kind of keep
Yeah.
it tight and kind of.
And I think...
Yeah.
I think...
I mean, we do those
Yeah.
things anyway. But.
I think I guess you can do it either way, but I feel like a lot of people have a podcast because they feel like they should have a podcast.
Yeah.
They're like, hey, everybody's got a podcast, so let's have a podcast and then we'll think of something we should do in the podcast. And the premise is kind of shaky because it's like,
Yeah.
you know, but I also say that given that we were lucky enough to be, because there are so many podcasts where people just talk about movies and TV shows and comic books and stuff like that.
Millions.
And so I feel like we were lucky to get in on the ground floor before
Yeah.
the whole marketplace was saturated with
Yeah,
that.
absolutely.
So like I think it would be, if we were starting one now, it'd be way harder because
Yeah.
we'd have to.
That being said, if the YouTube channel helped a lot as well.
Yeah, for sure.
So
Mhm.
that and comic book movie as well helped a
Uh-huh.
lot from the early
Yeah.
days. But yeah, it is hard, but not to discourage it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, another thing I learned is just how to keep things rolling.
Keep it
Gotta
rolling. Keep it
rolling.
moving, mate. Keep it pithy.
Going. Keep it going.
Yeah, definitely keep it. Just keep. Yeah. And when I said don't ramble or whatever, also just keep talking.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Keep it pithy and don't waste words, but also just keep talking until you come up with another point.
And don't imagine that there's thousands of people listening.
Really?
Yeah,
I think
don't.
that
I don't
helps.
think about it.
Okay, right.
I mean, I don't think about him because I think it would stop me if I was like,
Yeah,
"Are
right,
people listening to this right now?
Yeah, yeah.
Are people listening to this in the car with their kids? Like
Yeah,
that would stop me. So I try not to think about it.
that's true.
Yeah,
Mark Reed wants to know, did either of you enjoy the 90s show Lois and Clark?
no,
I did.
never watched it. Oh, I watched bits and pieces.
Uh-huh.
I liked his deep neck Superman outfit.
That's pretty good, yeah. Mhm.
Yeah.
Mm.
What do we got here? Dan says if you guys could do any creative project, Marvel comic, stand-up, graffiti, obscenities without budget restrictions, what would you do?
Oh.
Wouldn't mind doing a comic actually. I've got an idea, a couple
Man,
ideas,
that
but I
sounds
don't know.
pretty
What
good,
about you?
Probably like an in-depth documentary on something.
Oh,
But
something.
what I do not know.
Well, maybe you could crowdfund it under that
Yeah,
particular.
something.
I don't know. I've just got.
Look, I need $1 million for. I want to make a documentary on something.
It's always been a passion of mine to
Yeah,
make something
exactly,
about
yeah.
something.
Yeah. I don't know. Well, I think what it would be would depend on what I was reading that week. Like the other week, I was just reading an article about the Dread Pirate Roberts, the Silk Road.
Yeah.
That guy, and he built that weird marketplace on the dark web. That's kind of a fascinating story.
Yeah, absolutely. It
Maybe-
is. It's a
maybe
good
it's-
book,
yeah.
apparently.
Okay.
Brad says, when will I receive my 360 camera from last year? Unless it was a different Brad Glover. I thought we sent all those out. Anyway, Brad Glover, send us an email. Let's try and figure that out.
Yes.
Yeah. What else we got? Yeah.
What are you up to?
I am May 16th, but we really got to wrap this up.
That's
This
right.
is gonna
I'm at May
crash.
18th, so that's fine.
Cool.
Let's do 5 more.
All right.
Lucas Coates wants to know, and he donated $436.24, so we should probably answer this one. What movies do you wish had been given a sequel? I want to see a Tron 3.
Sahara.
Yeah, Sahara was great. We say that now, but in
Yeah, it
retrospect,
probably wasn't that great.
Yeah, who knows?
Good question.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because Tron 3, look, and I bang on about this movie,
You
and
love
it's a good family film.
It's
Maybe, probably. I don't know if I have
fine,
a
Mason.
family, but they set up some good stuff in that, and I really wish we'd get another thing.
Yeah,
Anyway.
fair enough.
Yeah, nice.
Eddie says, who donated $163, do you guys have anything like the Weekly Planet comic coming up? Not really.
Not really.
Yeah.
We've thought about a book.
Yes.
We've got to figure out what's in. the book,
isn't there
though.
something happening? We're doing a Christmas thing,
We're
actually.
doing a Christmas thing, yeah.
Oh, yeah, so there'll be a Christmas thing
Yeah, nice.
that's coming out as well.
Peter J wants to know: do Aussies do Tim Tam slams, or is that purely an American tradition?
What's a Tim Tam Slam?
It's when you bite off the ends of a Tim Tam and you drink
Oh,
it. And
yeah,
drink
no,
a
we
drink
do
through it.
that, but it's not as good as just eating one.
Yeah, it's just what you do. We do the Tim Tam
Breaks off and
Yeah, we do the
falls
Tim
in.
Tam eat, which is where you open up a packet of Tim Tams and there's 11 in there, and you just take the sleeve out and you just eat them in front of the television, and then you go, "Oh, what was I
Why did
thinking?"
I do that?
Oh.
But they're so good.
Yeah, they're good.
What else have we got here? Steven says, when are you going to do an anime episode? Probably not. Because we don't know enough. I don't know. I haven't watched enough. I'd have to watch a lot of anime.
Okay, how about this? Because I'm going to watch Batman Ninja this week.
Okay,
So
so we'll do a Batman Ninja episode.
No, we should. No, what I'm saying is maybe this will reignite our love of anime.
we should get Levins in.
Yeah.
Maybe we should get.
Does he know anything about anime?
Yeah, he does. We should
Okay.
We should say Levins pick 5 and we'll watch him and then we'll talk about.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we'll do it like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Drew Irwin wants to know, if you were an ordinary human and living in the DC universe, which city would you want to live in?
Oh,
For me, Opal City, home of Starman.
is that
'Cause it's
'cause
cool and quirky.
nothing happens there ever? You don't
No,
like-
occasionally you'll be walking past like a poster for like an old timey carnival and it will eat you or whatever.
I don't want
But
that.
for mostly it's fine and it's just quirky. It's like Portland.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I think that's it. Actually, I got one because Fred underneath that says.
Hang on, where would you want to live?
Oh, okay. I don't know.
Metropolis?
Metropolis doesn't fall down that much in the comics, does it?
No, that's not really. No, it's pretty, and it seems quite clean and high tech.
Yes.
So, yeah,
That's right.
Yeah.
Fred says, when we have a Sans Pants to guest on the Weekly Planet, say Joel, for instance. Yeah, we've organised that a few times, and I just got to re-tee it up. Also, I have to get out the third microphone. It's a whole thing.
Ugh, where even
Joel
is it?
Dusha was going to come on. I was supposed to get him on before they went on tour, but then I didn't. And we also nearly had Mark from Auntie Donna before they were on tour.
That's
And
right.
then that didn't happen either. So there's a few people that are kind of where.
Should we start sabotaging tours?
Yes,
Yeah,
definitely.
that's what I figured. Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
because it's a good time to do it before tours because you want to help try and sell some tickets.
Exactly,
or whatever,
that's
so,
right.
yeah. Not that those guys need help for any of that, but yeah, that's it, Mason.
Okay.
We did every question.
No, here's one more.
I missed some.
Here's one more. This is one more. Sebastian Zeller. I had a rare opportunity to kick out a door last year. Have you tried that amazing activity?
Kick out a door.
I think he means like
kick a door open.
Kick a door open.
I've never done that.
No, but I'd like to do it.
I'd love to do
little,
that.
There's little how-tos on the internet. I feel if I was trapped in a...
I could definitely kick a door.
Yeah, I was
out.
going to say, if I was trapped in a room or something like that, I'd be like...
I
Get
just-
out,
I
get
got-
out the
I got
YouTube
good-
tutorial and kicking a door in.
Don't you just kick it near the handle?
You kick it below the handle, yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Excellent.
Yeah.
I would love that, Mason.
Me too.
Yeah, good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, sorry
Hey.
this took so long, but we appreciate everybody who's donated and then some.
Mm-hmm.
If you've got more questions, just hold on to them for next year.
Please.
But we've got more Q&As. They are linked below if you want to check them out. And just thanks for the support for this campaign in general. Because
love
it's been
it.
really good and really positive response and the most money by quite a lot that's been raised. And it's been really great to
We literally could not do it without you.
We'd have to give away that money ourselves, and that is something we would not do.
Even if we had that amount of money, which we do not.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
All right, but yeah, just I don't know, just thanks. I
Just
guess.
live your lives.
Live your lives.
Live your lives. And
And
grab
we're
that gem,
sorry
you
if we
guys.
missed your question as well, because we probably did.
Save it for next year.
Yeah, you have to donate again next year. That's how we get you. Yeah. All right. Thanks, guys.
Grab that gem, you guys. We'll see you next time.
Bye.